And welcome back. So this is okay, this is some stuff, not really a lot, but so this is another one of my videos to talk about things that came in the maybe early January, late of this December. Okay, let me push this away. There's a lot of board games, big board games, not really a lot. Okay, so first let's get the things out of the way of all those accessories. I think accessories are nice things to talk about. I like to buy them a lot. So why don't we talk about this little box of metallic stuff. So what I did was, so I got oh, so sorry about that, the sneezing and everything. Not sure I'm gonna cut it out, but you know, it's okay. I guess I'm still human, right? Okay, so you know, sneezing apart, back to this is all the metallics 3D prints stuff that I bought, and I think this batch of quality seems to be a lot better than the previous one. These are mainly archers. As you can see, it seems to be a lot more clarity in the 3D print. I do have some doubts whether, you know, the metal will start to tarnish after a while. Do I need to like spray protective coat on the metal? So that is something I'm not sure. But look at the detail on the bowl. You know, all the carvings on the bowls, they do come out, even on metal. So I think in the long run, maybe this is the way to go for, you know, some of the miniatures used for my D&D and stuff. So we've got the teeth, and mainly this whole set is a set of archers that I bought. I thought archers are commonly used, you know, assassins and stuff. That it would be great to have some archers, you know, options, you know, especially even in Lord of the Rings. You know, she could pass off with the elf, the coat and everything, right? The hood and everything. Yeah, not even sure if it's a she though. I mean, because of the details, you might not be able to tell, but okay, let me just put this one side. So it's quite nice of them that they give all this, you know, sort of this stuff to, you know, protect it, and nice in the box. I'll just put them near the right. Okay, so the next thing is this. So what are this? Okay, so it's not really easy to explain, but with stuff like this, and with this, no, miracle glue, which is woohoo glue, they call it. Surprisingly, woohoo glue is not really good with everything else other than wood, which is fantastic. If you look at you know, some of my card holders, so these are the card holders for the standard US size. These are glued together with woohoo glues. There's altogether like 2 pieces here that joins to the base, and the big one as well. You know. So these are the sort of earlier stuff that I bought for gaming, to keep my cards and stuff. Okay, let me put this back. And what are these? So I actually bought custom in trays. They comes in a variety of ways. So this is one of them. This is for the Escape from Atlantis. This is not as high quality as you can see. The wood is pretty thin, but it does its job. You know, it has spacing and everything. Probably need to, like, you know, tighten this because of you know. Yeah, anyway, I didn't do a good job on this one. But anyway, they comes in a variety of size and shapes, and I think it doesn't do justice if I don't really show you this one, which is fantastic. So this is the one from okay, this game has always been, like, you know, controversy. How do you pronounce this? Is this Silext or Silades, or I don't know, but apparently this is based on a real place, so I guess there is a proper way to pronounce it. Maybe it's not even English, but anyway, I'll call it Saladis. So what this does is that you have to actually throw away the insert that actually comes with it. But this is what is so amazing about it. Look at this. So we have compartments for the coins, the cards, sleeve, and it goes all in. Why they are empty space? Because not all the expansions is here. So there are 5 fractions here, which individually trade. You can have the 6 expansion, the 6 fraction of the expansion, the player boards. There are more player boards, I think, in the expansion as well. Places for all the miniatures. I think there are places for the heroes or something like that in one of the expansion here as well. The various monuments and stuff, progress tokens, dice and other stuff. And it's all very nice. And look at this, the cards can be taken out with these curved things. So this is one of the inserts that I bought for Solaris, and I think I'm very happy with this. So this is like one tray, you can take everything out, and this is for individual players. And on top of that, it doesn't gets in the way of anything else. Everything just goes back in nicely. Take a look. Yeah. So it all depends on what sort of insert you buy. Some are obviously better than others. I'm willing to settle for this, but there's some assembly required. I'm not sure if all of them require. I think the 3D printed one doesn't require assembly. Okay, so I think that's what I have for accessories for. Wait, there's one more I want to show you. You're a fan of Arkham Horror? This is a token bag with the Arkham Horror sign. Pretty good quality. It's nice to touch, and I think it shakes well for the tokens and everything. So this is something that I really like. It gets into the theme. Okay, so that is done. Let me get into board games. So technically speaking, this first one is a controversy. Whether do you consider this a board game? So these 5 are the 2021, 2022, maybe not 2022, 2021 release of Exit. 2 big box, the Deserted Lighthouse, the Secret Temple, and 3 small boxes, because Labyrinth, Kidnap in Fortune City, and the Gate Between Worlds. So most of them are already released. This was the latest. I had to delay because I have placed an order together as a pre-order, and as like other pre-orders, if you don't really hit a minimum shipping, you probably won't ship it. And everybody is actually just waiting for Escape in Fortune City before I got it. So I can say I'm kind of late in getting all this. Oh wait, look at that shiny thing. I wonder if that has something to do with some puzzle. Okay, but anyway, Exit. What exactly is it about? Why some people wouldn't actually call it a board game? So Exit actually basically is an escape room game where you can play it about 1 to 4 players. A bit 2, 3 is probably okay. It's about 1 to 2 hours. For most of this, I would disagree for this too. I'll explain later. And basically, there's some difficulty levels, depending on which adventure you choose. You have a wheel where they leads you to find certain clues and hints, and you need to rotate the wheel to certain symbols with certain matching combination, and you check whether you get the answer correct, and then you proceed with the next puzzles and so on. Unfortunately for Exit, they are pretty notorious that this game can only be played once, because in some part of puzzles, they will somehow squeeze in something that requires you to destroy the game, so that you will lose all value of it. You can't resell it, you can't give it to anybody else, and things like that. And they encourage you to buy another one for another game. So I don't know if this is just business decision, but that I would say that the challenge itself is to really part of the challenge is to find a way not to destroy the game while you're playing this. I think that a lot of people agree. And for me so far, I have been buying all the Exit series simply because I was so far be able to just copy all the stuff using a printer, and then resell it when I completed the game, because there's actually no value in replaying, because once you know the puzzle is the same in between each play. Yeah, so these are the 3 small boxes that I want to talk about. They are pretty standard. Usually with 3 sets of cards, there will be a set of reader, set of answers we can check, and some hints. Yeah, and some accessories. Most of them will come with different accessories. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the big box. So the big box, the Deserted Lighthouse, I will put that aside because I haven't played that. But this I have played though. It really took a very long time. The Sacred Temple, I didn't remove this because I just thought that you will, you know, provide some sort of protection, you know, for whoever's is going to get this game from me. And do you know what this is? Yes, I'm sure you know. These are jigsaw puzzles. So there are 4 sets of jigsaw puzzles, about 88 pieces each, which makes the games pretty complex because different to other exit, which usually comes with a booklet where they will show you all the, you know, all the scenes that you go to, and then there are stuff like that on the scenes to pick up cards and stuff like that. But not for this. You will have to assemble the scenes using the jigsaw puzzle, which is an added level of complexity and puzzle. I mean, if you're a fan of jigsaw puzzles, perfectly okay. And I can't say that I dislike it. It's pretty good. The jigsaw puzzle is pretty challenging, but having to go through 4 jigsaw puzzles in one session with the, you know, the game itself and, you know, all the stuff is pretty challenging. I wouldn't agree that this is a 2 hours game. Maybe 3 to 4 hours will be more, you know, more realistic. I mean, given that, you know, probably is about at least about 15 to 20 minutes per puzzle. I think the last one is really a bit more difficult. Okay, what changes? So the wheel has some changes there. In the past, the wheels came pre-assembled. I have to assemble this myself because it comes in all the pieces, you know, as cardboard. And the good part about this is that once you start turning the wheel and everything, you matches this, it gives you certain symbols. These symbols will unlock the various puzzle boxes here. So for example, you know, like you get 3 symbols here, you know, you look for that puzzle box. But of course, to verify whether you're supposed to open the puzzle box in the first place, you take a look behind. So behind there is usually some, let's say you're solving this puzzle, the black one, you're supposed to get the black one here. If you don't, that means you got the wrong answer. So for example, if like, you know, anything else, you will get this, and this is the wrong answer. So you know, you just have to try again until you are able to open this. So these are the equivalent of the puzzle cards, but they are, because they are booklets, so they are 2 pages wide, so they are able to, like, you know, contain a lot more pictures and everything. Okay, I'm not going to spoil like the rest of the unique stuff to this game, but this is one change that they have. So instead of having answer cards, now you verify the answer with the small holes behind, and you proceed by, you know, like forming either another puzzle, or, you know, maybe this what tells you that, you know, you need to solve another puzzle inside the and then, you know, you rotate the wheel and then you get to another puzzle here. So I mean, component wise is I think there's an improvement, especially I like this thing with the, you know, the verification behind. It's better than flipping through answer cards, and answer cards are totally unnecessary. They are kind of just like, you know, killing more trees and stuff. Okay, so jigsaw puzzle. I'm sure the jigsaw puzzle is like good for multiple plays, but, you know, still they haven't changed the habit. They still contain some components inside here which they force you to, you know, write on it, destroy it and stuff. You know, it's really a waste for the jigsaw puzzle, you know, because, so what is this? So if you are a fan of flying frog production, I mean, then this wouldn't be you know, anything that looks really out of the ordinary. Okay, so what is Flying Frog Production? It's a company that produce games mainly using cinematographic and photos for their games. So you can see, like, from these packs, you know, they use real actress to achieve films and you know, put stuff on their cards. And look at this as well. So this is their style, you know, the default styles where they have. So what are this? So during always during the end of the year, near to the, you know, Halloween, Christmas, maybe, they usually have sales and they have promotions on their so-called add-on packs. So these are like add-on packs. So this is an add-on pack for A Touch of Evil, and this contains additional cards with this expansion called the Coast. So I mean, I'm a sucker for their game, so I end up usually having to buy almost all their expansion. I think I have all of them now as of today. I have everything from A Touch of Evil, and this is the Heroes Upgrade Pack. is they call it game supplement. So basically what this does is that for each of the hero there's one additional cards here that you could choose to power up instead of you know, using your investigation points to you know, buy items. You can choose to power up your heroes, and I think it's a good change to the game. So Touch of Evil is one of them. I think I have most of their good stuff. So Last Night on Earth is arguably not good stuff because it doesn't fit my play style. There's no full cooperative, there's no solo mode. Yeah, so that doesn't really quite fit in. But other than that, recently I got another game which I think I talk about is the Conquest of Planet Earth. So these are the 3 supplements. Basically 3 different new alien race. The Red Menace. This is the Centauri Mutant Mans with their abilities and stuff. This is the cover. And the third one is the Horagoth. Yeah, and then there seems to be like some hidden aliens inside some skins or something. So they have very unique skills, like, you know, the hidden agenda, their politics and everything. And each of them comes with their own type of cards with more locations, more you know, space stuff and other goodies. So actually one of them was out of stock. I think it's this one that's out of stock, and actually I have to, you know, email them, but guess what? They managed to find it in the warehouse, and you know, I managed to get a copy of this. And actually, maybe I should really want to show you that, but I need to put down. Welcome back. So what I really want to show you was that actually they gave me this specially autograph card. I mean, by whom? I don't know. Maybe there's a way to ask. I should ask around who signed this anyway. But it's nice. I think it's probably one of the promo cards. You know. And yeah, it just came with the purchase, which is nice. And I sleeve all the cards though. But for Flying Frog production, is arguably whether sleeving is necessary, because I'm not sure if I can show you, but let me pull this card out of the thing. So if you look at the cards, can you feel that there's a wax finish? You know, that's smooth on the surface. Yeah, and the way it reflects light, look at that. Yeah, so actually it feels like there's a layer of wax or something that's already covering the card. It could be that actually you don't really need to sleeve it, but I already done that. And so that's the stuff from Flying Frog production, you know, but not to be confused with FFG. There's Fantasy Flight Games, which is totally different, but you know, they kind of have the FF, you know. Okay, finally we get all the games here. Okay, so I'll just go from the top then, because it looks like it's the easier way to do it. Okay, this first board game is the big one. I probably have to, like, you know, stand up and yep. Okay, so this is Resident Evil 3, the board game with I think that's Nemesis, right? Again, sales, because I think it's cool. There's some nice miniatures, you know. The boards and you know, characters all looks familiar, you know, especially if you're a fan of the Capcom franchise. This is produced by Steamforge, I think. Yes, SFG, together with Capcom, obviously. Cooperative 1 to 4, about 90 to 120 minutes. Okay, so we get a lot of plastics here. You see 28, you know, and lots of tokens and stuff like that. 208 cards. So this is a good buy. It's under $50, I think. I can't exactly remember the price, but it's probably cheap enough. That's why it got my attention. The next one is also a sales item. I heard this was not really fantastic, but because it's also a Kickstarter, you probably cannot get some of the stuff anymore. There are 2 additional expansion box which I haven't got them, because the expansion is actually more expensive than this core box at the current pricing. I will wait, and you know, when the price is right, I'll try to get hold of it if the game is good. So I haven't really played the game. So this is the Walking Dead No Century. As you can see, a lot of good cinematographic like cards and stuff. You know, stay together, survive, zombie. You know, 1 to 4 is important because that means it can be solo. It's also produced by AMC, which actually I played some of the other Walking Dead games, not that fantastic. Some of them are pretty crap. I hope this one's good because this is Kickstarted, and you know, there's also a lot of support for it when the Kickstarter was on. So I think it will be a good buy. You know, I probably wouldn't regret this. Okay, so this one, no doubt. Please take note, this is 2. It's Machi Koro 2. And also please take note that it's an all-new standalone game that doesn't require any of the variants of Machi Koro. The box is pretty light though, but you know, it's all cuts, as you basically know. The style hasn't changed a lot. I heard the gameplay has been well balanced, and some of the flaws and cheats you can use in the first games has been fixed. So that's a good thing, and I think this will likely replace all my other Machi Koro's collection. I'm going to fully get rid of them and just keep my Machi Koro 2. It's published by Panasaurus, and yeah, so this is the new release. It's new, but I got it pretty early, but I haven't got it until now because of again, combined shipping, free shipping and stuff, Yep. So next one is Aliens, the Fate of Nostromo. In space, no one can hear you scream. Yes, that's the tagline for Aliens, and you can see that this is a game where you play on a spaceship with miniatures. Not as fantastic as the one from Wigan Rams, Nemesis, I must say again. The board looks similar to Nemesis, except it's not really like modular pieces. And I think this is a much simpler game. Probably close. A lot of people will call it like this is Nemesis Light or something like that. But it's actually similar type of play but less complex. So I don't know, because I'm a big fan of Ravenburger's game, and some of them are really good, except then maybe the one with the River Cruise, that was really terrible, I think. But most of the other games are pretty good. Ravenburgers, by the way, has been around for I think more than 100 years, and I don't know why there's this stickers with some sort of retail price or something like that. I hope I can remove this. It looks ugly on the box. Anyway, so this is also a pre-order. Finally got it. And this Sidekicks, the words is very nice. Sidekicks, right? It's time to kick in, and in this game this is a Disney game, but you don't play all the main characters in Disney. Instead, you'll be playing weird sidekicks, that helps the heroes. So to be honest, I'm not too familiar with the Disney stuff. It's more my partner, my friends and stuff like that, they were very into this. And if you really like the other game, Villainous, I guess the theme is kind of the same, and but this one has a board, but you're playing the sidekicks this time, and you're not playing the bad guys. And like villains have captured the heroes, supposed to rescue them, complete the mission and stuff like that, which is actually a fantastic game. I mean, looks family and everything. Let me see if I can find the key stuff that I want to talk about on this game. Why this game caught my attention. I don't know if he will be credited. I don't see it though, which is sad if he's not credited. But I heard this game is designed by Eric M. Lang. Ah yes, it is. Right, look at here. I mean, this name has been kind of like, the assurance of quality in a certain way. Like Blood Rage, and a lot of the Simon stuff. So after he probably left Simon, this is like probably one of the games that he designed. I hope I really enjoyed this. It's not that expensive, it's pretty good. And the last two are related. I'll talk about them at the same time, one after another. So Tracking the World is a very, very nice cover, as you can see. Pretty heavy. It's a very heavy box. Yes, it is. This for 2 to 5 players. This is by Underdog Games. So they have a sales earlier on for all their their stuff, and I basically bought both of them. Just look at the artwork. You got Mount Fuji, Great Barrier Reef. It's basically like going around the world tracking, and then getting points and kind of like completing objective and things like that. So it's kind of like clearing your bucket list, but traveling the world and doing stuff, which is really like blessing to be able to do so. Especially at this like now with all the pandemic and stuff. And this really like brings the good old days memories back. And I guess this is really nice in the sense I'm very very taken by the artwork. Although it's just cubes representing stuff, but the suitcase and then. And all the like various cards and the world map aesthetic, it's just really like really very fantastic. So I've been really like watching out for this game for a very long time, and I finally got it at the sales. So the other one, this was the original one that actually caught my attention, and I also wanted to get this a lot. This is Tracking the National Park, the board game. Not to be confused, there's another one that actually is a trivial game about national parks, which I would fail terribly because I firstly don't live in the US and know nothing about their national parks. But anyway, this is not that game. This is the other game, and this is the second edition, which I think there are some fixes, I think if I'm not wrong. But it's still about the national park in America. So we have again Grand Canyon and stuff like that. As you can see, it's more about exploring the parks, instead of exploring the world. And very very beautiful artwork in this game as well. So this was what really like caught my eye. It was created by the same company, I think. Yep, that's Underdog Games, right? Yeah, correct. And this is also a pretty heavy game. So the shipping will cost me a little bit, but I will definitely have a good deal buying both of them. And they actually got the Mensa Select. Oh, that's probably American or what, but not as important as Asset, and stuff like that. But anyway, I hope I enjoyed this game. The aesthetics looks good, the themes is fantastic. Maybe I'll do a review on this when I really get down to the chance to play it. But other than that, so this is all the games that actually came in early January. There will be more coming. Some of them is delayed. So like hint, one of them is Terraforming Mars, the Ares expansion collector edition, and there will be some other stuff like that. Okay, and again, as usual, all the links for the games will be in the comments below, and then anything you need to find out more or more interested to discuss, talk about, well, feel free to discuss it. The only thing I won't link to is Cyclades, which actually was not a new game. I just brought it out to show you the inserts. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend, and I hope to be able to show you another video pretty soon. Okay, for that, bye now.